After the stag
No, it's on the ground, stag.
But back to the point. Being that Stacey's description was a little bit harsh, I thought that as Craig's best man, I should actually spend some time and describe Craig and tell you a little bit about him. You know, because you might not know him as well as I do. I've known the boy all my life. Craig was a sweet and innocent child. Again, looking at him now, it's hard to picture where it all went wrong, but when he was young, he used to love being cuddled and being told he was a special boy, and definitely looking at you today, mate, you really are special.
Special meat?
Oh, I wouldn't quite go that far. He's ginger, but we'll leave it at that. In all seriousness, Craig and I were really close as children, really, really close. It was the only time in my life that I could actually look down on him.
Never did again either.
I know, it's a shame it only lasted 5 minutes, but you know. When he was in his teens though, Craig developed a real love for literature and reading and books and stuff like that. And here at the age of 16, he did read all 45 of Mr. Men's classics. But that could just be a rumour, I don't know. Oh, was that what it was? I'm sorry mate, I got it wrong. But he also loved sports, and he spent a lot of time in our teens going to the swimming club. He was a keen swimmer. But he also played rugby and football. When he played football, Craig always used to play in goals. I know many of you might not know that. It wasn't because he was any good, it was just because his head would cover 90% of the goals. If you actually spend any time with Craig, you know he is a determined, and he's a very determined young man. He won't let anything stand in his way, especially a pint of Stella.
I'll have that every time.
Well, some of you might say that's just pure alcoholism. I know Craig admitted it himself earlier on. I happen to know the truth. Craig's merely just trying to preserve his body so that all future generations can bask in his awesomeness. He would say it himself. I have to admit though, he is quite a musical genius, probably even surpassing myself. When I was in my teens, Craig had this wee song that he used to sing to everybody. If you know it, then certainly join in. In fact, if you want to stand up and sing it, mate, that would just be brilliant.
Is this the Hispanic version?
The Hispanic version.
We'll have a duet.
Alright, let's go. I don't know if the words are exactly right, I've just...
Mate, I've been sung this since I was at least 21, so...
Come on, pal.
Let's have a blast. I've left my guitar at home though.
Oh.
I'll play the air one.
Should have told us to break it down.
Ready?
Right, you ready?
Right.
El Cheese Magnifico, he come from Mexico, he wears sombrero, he ate the churro. Simon?
Robin!
You want to get it original?
But to be honest, I digress there. I think marriage would be a really good thing for Craig. It'll teach him self-restraint, humility, yeah, that's a good point. I thought of that one. Humility, self-restraint and control. None of these qualities are actually required if he was still single, but you know, that's a different point. To be honest, that's just about it for me. I'd like to finish by saying, I'd like to thank the bride and groom for having me as their best man. I can't think of a pair of people that actually work so well together. It's important to remember that they are just more than two people in love. This day is more than just about them. They are part of a family, and Lewis, Ellie and Jack are all part of this day as well. Okay? Over the years since Craig met Stacey, I've watched the relationship grow and change, and really they are just so together in a way that few couples are. I've seen my cousin become a proud father, and I think today is the happiest I've actually seen him in a long time. We are cousins, mate, but in truth, we're actually more than that, mate. We're closer. We're kind of like brothers. You are the closest thing that I've got to being a brother. I couldn't wish for a better one, mate. I really couldn't. Stacey, you're a beautiful wonderful, warm, kind person. You make Craig happy, and I really couldn't think of anything that would make me prouder than welcoming you into my family. But to be honest, Craig, there's a couple of things you're going to have to remember if you're going to make this marriage work. Women are always right, even when they're wrong, mate.
Is that right?
That's where you got that wrong. The proper response to all questions is yes, dear. And by the way, the wet area of the kitchen is called the sink.
I think we
This is
should
love
something
you
totally
will
different.
This is love where you will grow if you learn to use it on a regular basis. Finally, it would give me the immense pleasure to actually propose a toast to the people that this day is really all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you raise your glasses. To the bar staff. All joking, Craig and Stacey.
Well done.
I've been told that we have actually moved back up to the bar area so they can get this ready for dancing later on.
We're headed to Marcus Newsite.
Just the bar outside.
Tom? I just see one more thing out. I'm a wee bit nervous when we started doing it. I was a wee bit nervous when we started doing it.